As we begin the winter holiday season, I wanted to share a reflection on a long-standing Elon tradition, the Luminaries, or the Festival of Lights as it is currently known. The Festival of Lights has grown into a community event spanning 3 decades and is a tradition that many Elon students and alumni look forward to each year. I'm pleased to be here with former Elon Chaplain, Chaplain Emeritus, Reverend Richard McBride, who is responsible for bringing the Luminary tradition to Elon. Reverend McBride retired from Elon in 2009, and he has graciously agreed to give us a history lesson on the beloved tradition. Reverend McBride, welcome back to campus.
Sure, of course.
So, tell me, in 1984, what is Elon like, and do we even celebrate the holidays?
Oh yes, there was a very distinctive celebration. Students went away for Thanksgiving holiday, and when they came back, there were 2 Christmas trees that had magically appeared in front of Alamance. Now, Scott Fountain was there, and so to the right and the left of Alamance, there were 2 trees, and we had an event we called the Blessing of the Christmas Trees. John Barnhill, whom you know and who works here, was a student that I called on to turn on the lights, John, at my signal, plug them in. So it was low
and
tech.
That's how he did it.
Low tech, yeah,
Low tech.
Literally plug them in. And so it was a matter of singing Christmas carols and saying Merry Christmas. And about my 3rd year here, I had the college choir behind me, helping to sing the carols. A young woman stepped out of the choir, Jody Perlman, I remember Jody. She said, "Chaplain, there are 3 Jewish students in the choir. Would you say Happy Hanukkah to us?" Of course. You see, that was the beginning of my recognition about who was really here and the ways in which Elon needed to pay attention to the diversity of our religious traditions that were already present. So that was a good beginning and a sort of awareness for me. Jody's question.
It also speaks to the importance of being seen. Right, they wanted the leader, the chaplain, to see them in the choir and to acknowledge the differences in faith. I do think that the Luminary Celebration, one of the powerful things today is that it is this multi-faith celebration where I learned so much, our audience learned so much about the different ways in which faiths practice or recognize the holiday season.
Right.
And so I love that part about it, the educational pieces that you put into place.
Right.
So tell me how it evolved for you, like as a leader in that moment. So tell me how you redesigned it and rethought of it.
Well, we began to realize, as you just said, that there's a diverse audience here. It's small. There are not that many Jewish students or students of other faiths beyond Christian. But they are present, and so let's honor them. And we began to recognize that a ceremony around candles is almost universal, probably is universal. So the first thing we did was to find a lot of paper bags and a load of sand, and I stood outside the president's office on Scott Plaza for a day, teaching students how to fold down the top of a bag without tearing it. It's a skill worth knowing, how to fold it down, and it stays upright. And then you put a dollop of sand in it, and you put a candle in it, and we spaced them out around the fountain and then the walkways that lead to the fountain, and stayed on this side of the roadway. The SGA got involved. They took the lead in finding students to light the candles. Of course, everybody wants to light candles with a flamethrower. And then one year, Dr. Lambert was watching us out there, and it was a misty day, and those paper bags were wilting on themselves, and it was hard to keep them standing upright. And he said, "I'm going to buy you some plastic luminaries." So he bought 500, and the next year 500 more, and the next year 500 more. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how many there are now. It's more than 1,000, 2,000 maybe, that stretch all the way to the Mosley Center. And of course, hot chocolate comes along with the event. and that's that's celebratory in itself. The brass band playing, that's wonderful. And then we begin to add the menorah, so that students could not only hear the words Happy Hanukkah, but they could express what that celebration is about and the mystery of that moment for that faith.
Why is this tradition and why are traditions so important to people? I mean, what's your thought on that?
Well, we are who we were, or we are who our parents were, or we are who our grandparents were. Generational traditions ground us. They give us a place to be, an understanding of ourselves as belonging to others and not to ourselves alone. And so I think that's really what it is. Traditions tell us we belong to a community, not just to ourselves alone.
Yeah, that's lovely. I agree that there's this comfort in belonging, and when those lights come up in the beginning of the holiday season, and to be surrounded by the Elon community is really special. So as we enter the holiday season, and I'm curious, what's on your mind? What's on your mind for people this holiday season?
Well, we live in a troubled time, and so I'm hopeful that people will be renewed in their spirits by remembering that we belong to others, that there is the possibility of community across political lines. The folks I'll share hot chocolate with, I don't really care about their politics. And it's a moment for just personal exchange. Of course, we do that in our family units, and that's powerful and important. But it's also important to do that within our faith communities or secular communities, for that matter. But to recognize that we can affirm one another across some differences and let the differences be set aside for a while. We can all celebrate light. See, I love the name of this building we're in, the Lumen Pavilion. That's Elon's motto. It tells us that there is both intellectual light and spiritual light, and both are important in an academic community. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do think the connection to light for Elon and what it represents in our, as you said, in the intellectual light and the spiritual light that we each are in the world, the sense of purpose that gives us to belong in a community, and it's really powerful. Those are great words for us to remember as we begin to celebrate the holiday season this year. So thank you. Thank you, Reverend McBride, for being with us today and sharing the history behind Elon's tradition. So now, as I experience it, I will remember the beginnings of it and how it took shape. What a gift to give to the Elon community.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to work here.
Thank you.